Okay, scholars, so we're going to look at a story together and we're going to practice answering questions about the character, the setting, the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then lastly, the thing that we're going to add today is the problem and the solution. So the story that we're going to read today is called The Boy and the Pig. There was a boy and a pig who lived on a farm. They were the best of friends. The boy's mom did not like when they played together. When the boy would play with the pig, they would come home messy. The boy promised his mom today that he would not get messy. They walked down to the pig pen to see his favorite pig. He saw his pig friend waiting for him. He fed the pig and talked to the pig, but stayed outside of the pen because he didn't want him to get messy. The boy thought the pig looked lonely, so he thought 1 minute inside the pen wouldn't get his clothes too dirty. As soon as the boy walked inside the pig pen, he stepped in a huge puddle of mud and slipped. He was covered in mud from head to toe. He should have listened to his mom. The boy had an idea though. His idea was to run down to the horse stable and spray himself off with the water hose. His mom would never know he got muddy if he sprayed it off. He and the pig ran down the hill to get the hose. So our first question is, who are the characters? So we're going to simply just type in here that our characters are the boy, his mom, and the pig. Just super simple, okay? Those are our characters. All right, let's go to the next question. Where does the story take place? So very simple. Where does the story take place? At a farm. Or you could have said at the boy's house. Okay? All right, next question. What happened in the beginning of this story? So in the beginning of this story, I kind of want to go back to this area. There was a boy and a pig who lived on a farm. They were best friends. The boy mom didn't want the two to play together. The boy would play with the pig and he would get messy. So in the beginning of the story, I'm simply going to write the mom did not like it when the boy and the pig played together because the boy would get messy. Okay, simple as that. What happened in the beginning of the story? All right, now what happens next? Okay, so the boy goes out to see the pig, right? And he stays outside of the fence, but he feels bad. So let's look right here. He walked down to the pig pen to see his favorite pig. He saw his pig friend waiting for him. He fed the pig and talked to the pig, but stayed outside of the pen. The boy thought the pig looked lonely, so he thought 1 minute inside the pen wouldn't get his clothes too dirty. So in the middle of the story, the boy thought the pig was lonely, so he got in the pen, and then I can simply say the boy fell and got muddy. Okay? All right, next slide. What happens in the end of the story? Okay, so in the end of this story would be kind of towards the bottom paragraph. And it says, as soon as the boy walked inside the pig pen, he slipped in a huge puddle and fell. He was covered in mud from head to toe. The boy had an idea. He went to the horse stables to spray him off with the water. So I'm going to put here at the end of the story, the boy was covered in mud. He knew his mom would get mad. So he went to the horse stables and sprayed and washed himself off with the hose. And that's how the story ended. Okay, so let's think about what our new question is for today. What is the problem in this story, and how did the characters solve this? So the problem in this story was that the little boy was covered in mud. So I'm going to put right here for the problem. The boy did not listen to his mom and got really muddy. Okay, so he knew he couldn't go home, right? So he had to figure out how to not be muddy anymore. And so here, the solution, or how he solved the problem, was the boy went to the horse stable and washed himself off with the hose. And there we go. So all we did today was we added what was the problem in the story and how did the character or characters solve the problem. All right, so now on the next slide, you are going to try a story on your own.